Hello, welcome back to another video on This Is Now. When I started to collect back in 1981, the book that caught my attention at the local store that got me to fork out my hard-earned paperboy money was Iron Man 150. Yeah, here you go. The pose, the action pose, the way those two characters look, that book got me at first sight. Okay, I did not hesitate. I went to the store at the time not knowing what to buy. Okay, I've been waiting to buy my first book, and then when I got my first paycheck from my paper route, off to the store I went. And then so when I walked in there, that was it. That was what caught my eyes. And for many years, what caught my eyes, what I love to see, what I love to collect, what I love to buy was action covers. Okay, I can slide in a whole bunch of great action covers of the Bronze Age, and then of course as I move into Silver Age collecting, for sure, tons, even Golden Age. Now, that was then. That was what me and many of my peer love. Okay, because if I talk to many collectors my age or maybe 10 years younger, we share a similar view, taste in what covers are awesome, right? But this is now. Last year, when I participated in a Facebook chat, okay, it was a Facebook chat that I was invited to appear in a video chat with a bunch of people in the group. And somebody, a younger collector, maybe early 30s at the most, but much younger than me, for sure, a few decades younger than me. And we were talking about modern books. What's hot now compared to what was love at my height of collecting. And he brought up something really interesting that I never thought about, okay, because I was talking about how the covers today doesn't grab my attention because they just not the action covers that I'm so used to love and still love. And he brought up, Nick, it is the selfie generation. Let me repeat that. It is the selfie generation, and it took me a bit to think about that, but then I said, wow, talking about a generation gap, I never thought of that, but now that he said it and I thought about it, it makes sense. And the more I thought about it, the more it makes sense because, sure, with the advent of social media, Instagram is a huge, huge part of social media and this hobby, right? And selfie is a huge part. Hey, internet models blew up on Instagram, right? There are many people that would never get a job on a runway in New York City or fashion show, but with Instagram, instant model can be created, okay? And a lot of selfie, of course, you got the Kim Kardashian and all kind of other people, but it is a selfie generation. A lot of pose from different angle, but it is just poses, not action poses, okay? Sometimes it can be action poses, but they are just poses. So for that, that has appealed to the current generation of collectors. So for them, seeing covers that have that kind of pose and images is not something that they dislike. They liked those covers, okay? I might not like them, okay? Like, once again, the current market is not catered to people like me who are not buying the current book. They are catering to people that like those kind of covers and are buying those covers, okay? So this is now, all right? It's harder It can be hard for older collectors to understand, but if you step back and buy into my philosophy that the hobby is what it is dependent more on the current new generation of collectors than what people like me that have been around for 30 or 40 years like. What we like matter little. What the new collector like matter a lot more to the current books and to the old books, because they are the one buying the old books that you and I have for 20 or 30 years. Think about that, okay? It's the new generation that drive the market now and will drive it in the future. This is now, okay? And that's not to say that the older generation, me, don't like or hate or dislike selfie kind of covers, okay? They exist. Some of the great iconic covers of the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, even the 80s are just one person, one character on the cover. It's not big action sequences with multiple characters. For example, Thor 337, okay? Great iconic covers, okay? It doesn't, the idea that we only like action back in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, no. We like all kind. We love action more, but some of the key iconic covers like this, Golden Age one, the two Superman here, okay? Yeah, so the idea of having just the character, one character posing in a non-action pose has been around since the 30s. It's not new. It's just that the market prefer more action. Now, it's predominantly the selfie image, right? So there's a huge shift. You see less action covers with multiple characters fighting on the covers. They still exist here and there, but it's just a switch, okay? A complete switch as far as the taste of today's generation and previous generation. So this is now. Will this trend continue? I don't see a reason why it won't. Okay, so someday things will change. 10 years from now, maybe. I don't know. But right now, I don't see any reason why the trend of selfie covers are going to change. We are still going to see more and more and more because the market loves it. At the end of the day, the publishers are giving exactly what the market want. It is simple business. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.